Yo, what's going on, my Chicago bros? Back again with another video. You know the vibes. Oh god, I am just the cringiest person on YouTube. But anyways, we're gonna move past that. And before I get into today's video, as probably a lot of you guys know, the new esport decals came out. So I'm just here to show you the G2 one. Oh my god, look how good it looks. It's matte with some white and some yellow goldish. Oh my god, look at that matte. It's just so black. It's sexy, let's be honest. So if you guys want to go cop it, it's in the esports store. And if you do cop it, tweet at my Twitter, Chicago RL, and show me a pic, and I'll like it. I'll even retweet it and just show the love. But for today's video, we got another inside the mind of a pro player for a player review, and today I got Mist. I wanted to mix it up. I want to start bringing this series back since RLCS is coming back, and you know the competitive flares are rising. So I haven't done Mist yet, but if you guys want a certain player, let me know down in the comments below and I'll get to it. But as always, like, sub, push to 40k, you know the drill. Let's just get right into it. Yes sir. All right, you guys, now let's get into it. Envy versus SSG, and as you guys probably all know, if you don't know, Mist is on Team Envy with Turbo Pulse and Atomic, and he is widely regarded as a third man, a very defensive player. So you're probably going to see a lot of defensive tendencies in this match, but he's also considered like the best third man probably in the game right now. His defense is really incredible, but let's just break this down already. Just had to give that little brief intro. So Mist, again, does not want to challenge Arsenal. You know, when you see a defensive player, I'll just say this briefly, or a player with defensive path, like tendencies, like typical Justin, Mist, they're gonna not challenge a lot when they think they're beat or when they think it's not right, but a lot more often than you'd see normal players, probably like myself, right? So he decides not to challenge Arsenal. Arsenal hits the ball, Atomic goes, and honestly, Mist probably should jump there. He, as you can see, let me go back real quick. So Atomic gets the touch. He just tries to beat Reddles, so he gets the touch, not the greatest, but then Mist uses his right stick. As you can see, he's looking down to see where Sypical is, and because of it, he sees Sypical jump, and he's like, oh no, and he realizes he's got to jump. By this time, it's too late, and they concede because of it. Honestly, I think this is a ball Mist probably should have jumped immediately for, because when you're in that spot, it's just such a risky ball straight in the air in front of your net that it's really scary. But he really, I guess if he did have time, he'd get an air dribble and relieve a lot of pressure. So as you can see, everyone knows SSG is going to be very bump heavy. Mist not taking himself out the play and challenging yet until he finds the right time, just like there. No boost. Honestly, surprising he did a little extra turn for that mid boost right there. Get us to the net. See? Okay, so he grabs this back boost, right? And now he just basically goes back to net. A lot of players might try and go for this touch that Arsenal's having to try and cut off the angle, because if Arsenal does put on that, it's going to be a slight angle that you could probably cover a lot of your car with. But Mist ends up not, and honestly, if Sypical wasn't so quick to turn on that, it would have been a breakaway or a counterattack for Envy, which would have been really good. Here, Mist goes back to net. Okay. Honestly, wait, what even happened here? So Mist jumps, and Sypical bumps Atomic into him. So honestly, both these goals, that one's a little bit unfortunate. I don't really know too sure what Mist was thinking. He probably wanted to jump because it didn't look like Atomic had it, but then Atomic jumped. Both these goals were pretty interesting, to say the least. But let's see if Envy can pull it back, you know what I'm saying? So Mist, again, hits the ball, rolls along the wall so he can try and get a follow-up. Obviously can't. Gets a mid boost. Now recognizes, so his teammate hits it, right? He recognizes Turbo so far back that it's best for him to cut this off. And he hits it off the wall and uses his wave dash, as you can see, like boom, wave dash. So that wave dash can give him speed to try and make a follow up. Now obviously it doesn't, but he misses the ball, but him missing allows him to actually demo Sypical. Again, honestly, if Sypical's right here, this is probably a goal, because like if Sypical's mid, this is a goal, because Mist decides not to jump again, a little bit more passive, but then he jumps right there, and there's probably a lot of communication in that sequence though. Like he's not there, good space, you know, so that's the reason why he didn't jump. But right there allows Arsenal to just hit him the ball basically by sitting in net, and now Envy's on offense because of it. Goes back for the mid boost. Saves his boost really well. Third man is what I'm talking about. He's just going to let his teammates go. He's not going to throw himself out a challenge that's really, you know, doesn't put him in a good spot or doesn't have a good chance of success. Honestly, surprising that he keeps moving up field for boost. That's not what I expected him to do in that scenario. Looked for a pass there, but SSG just did a good job covering it. Try to control it. Honestly, not much going on. Waiting on the mid boost again. 50-50. So far, not a very, like, I mean, this is what happens in RLCS, though. Not every game is just thrilling. Like, there's a lot of, like, little nuanced things that go on that people don't notice, or little decisions that can cost or win you a game, you know? So far, SSG got those 2 quick goals, and now it's just been that kind of boring passive play that you know, just teams like to waste time. But let's go back. So what happens? So Turbo forces a challenge. Atomics does a good job to get past 1, and now they recognize their space. So Mist is going to become a passing option, and Arsenal's in a really tough spot because he either has to wait on the pass or challenge Atomic. And since he kind of wants Atomic to just get rid of the ball, then Atomic gets a free pass to Mist. And Mist honestly gets a really good shot off. It's just a good save by Sipical. But that's the first real MV chance we've seen. Atomic with a really good first touch for a solo play. Now Mist can go for multiple touches here. You see how he pops it to the wall. Gets a first touch. Close. But as you can see, the MV is starting to solo play a little bit more, I think. Like, it's just, they're getting a little bit more, like, they can't rely on each other 24/7 in passing against a team like SSG, or specifically in this match. So, like, they're trying to get multiple touches and get passes off. Oh, Mist definitely wants that one back. Really good pass by Atomic. Good positioning by Mist. That's just, Mist would probably tell you himself that he should score that 10 out of 10 times. Jumps because he thinks, okay, he gets it back. So right here, he jumps because, as you guys can probably hear for yourself, he thinks Sipical's behind him. And SSG, a very bump-heavy team, chases players. And then, honestly, okay, let me go back. So Atomic, Reynolds kind of trolls, and then Arsenal's reaction time, or doesn't read the bounce well enough, and misses in a good positioning and gets the better placement this time. But those last 30 seconds was kind of NV dominating. Like, there wasn't much offense, but there's a lot of control. Oh my god, this is awkward. Good pass by Mist into the open space. So now 2 SSG players went. Turbo just being Turbo, doing his thing. Now, really good pop. So, like, as I was saying, when, like, you can't force passes all the time, and specifically against certain teams, there's matchup problems, right? Some teams watch passes more, some teams defend solo plays more, some teams don't watch the pass, you know? So this is, I don't know if Envy did this on purpose, but like I said, they started solo playing more. So right here, Reddles clears the ball, but Mist decides, let me slow it down, let me get a pop over Reddles, and then I'll go for a solo play myself, right? He sees they're waiting on the backboard. He sees they're going for on the backboard right here. So now, like, Sipical's like pure waiting. He's not even challenging him. So the best play is to go for a 50-50, because even if he doesn't score, the 50-50 should just be in a good spot for his teammates to follow. And like, Mist isn't even trying to score. I can tell you that. He's just trying to keep the ball in a good spot. So if it does 50-50 or kill, that his teammate will be in a good spot to follow. And Arsenal jumping was kind of a mistake by him, but that happens, and Envy capitalized, miscapitalized. But I'm curious to see if Envy like keeps solo playing. So again, Mist gets a touch where he can hit it to himself. Just keeps staying on the ball. No boost. This is kind of tough. Luckily, he still can get a challenge off. Mish rotating back post. Always, in every rank, rotate back post. Oh, wait. That was in, right? Reddles just saved that? Dude, Reddles saved that. Oh my god. That is unfortunate. Miss going for back right. Now they have the field really spread. That was a really good touch by whoever that was. I think it was Typical to hit the ball super high, because since he hit it super high, it meant Miss couldn't just like watch the pass and start a really fast counterattack. He had to go use all his boosts, turn around, do all that. So Miss again waiting back is, you know, 0 seconds. You just don't want to get scored on, right? Turbo going off with the solo plays. Sheesh. All right. Honestly, Miss I think got a little bit too antsy and excited there, and he got a little bit too close to the ball, and because of it, almost get shot by Arsenal. And because of it, that pinch was so poor and it went backwards because he was just in front of the ball instead of behind it. But honestly, don't even know what's going on right now. So misses 20 boost. He gets that full. Gets a challenge, so forces for Atomic. Good bump. Arsenal goes all the way back. Hits off the sidewall, so it could go. It stays close to Atomic. What is that from Cypical? Cypical like pogoed and he got it. Honestly, this game for both teams has had a lot of mistakes. As I say that, they double commit. Like, I'm not gonna lie, and you guys could probably notice, and if you've watched my other replay reviews as well, this game is not as clean as other teams' games or other stuff, and I think it's just a matchup thing. Cause like I don't think any of these players are like bad or anything, but I just think like this, or maybe it's a specific game. The one I chose out is unlucky, but like you guys can notice the touches, like everything has been like a little bit. I mean, it's just not top-notch quality is what I'm saying. But usually every time, like I've shown Envy games, I've shown SSG games, like they have everything's quality. Like there's a whiff from Cypical. That's a weird thing, and that's what like it's always so hard to play. Like if you're expecting one team to play a certain way, and SSG's maybe having an off day, it's so hard to just like destroy them because you're so ready for them to play at their, you know, natural really good form that it could throw Envy off. So that could be a guess. And just like that, the game's over. Let's break it down. So Atomic fakes Cypical, good play, beats another. Turbo dusts Reddles, and then this is third man miss, the cleanup job, the cleanup duty. That's what they do. Gets off the backboard. Cypical can't be there in time, or can't challenge him in the air, so he has to go off the back of the net. And Miss just has really good placement and slots it, and that does it. But interesting game, honestly. Well, we covered a new player, so at least we can check that off the list. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know who you want to see next, and make sure to like and subscribe. It's free. Help people out. I beg. No, I'm just joking. All right, but I'll see y'all in the next one. Stay safe. Peace.